Big welcome to this week's community call. My name is Emil, and for the past 3.5 years, we've been working inside of the Ultima ecosystem. And in the past 10 years, we've been in the crypto market. And with millions of projects launching in crypto and millions of projects failing and struggling and exiting and billions of dollars being made in crypto and billions of dollars being lost in crypto, it is really a crazy place to be in, where everyone that does not have the right guidance, the right community, the right platform is really going to act in the wild, wild west. And whilst the crypto market is the most volatile market that we have in the world right now, it also is a market for a lot of opportunity. And when we saw what Ultima is creating in this crazy industry of cryptocurrency, which is regulation changes, ups and downs, volatility, and all of these things in this platform, we saw that no matter what happens in this ecosystem, there's an opportunity for everyone that chooses to use all the different parts of the ecosystem. And I'm going to talk today about, of course, for the new people, I'm going to give you a quick overview of what it is that we're doing and the plan for the coming 6 months. I'm going to talk to you who understands that on the passive side of the business, we have the rules of the market to follow. If you want to make fast money in cryptocurrency, you need to have the right strategy at the right time. And if you want to make long-term money in crypto, you need to have patience, wait for the cycles to pass for you to be able to make the money. So on the passive side, you either have to be at the right time, at the right place to make fast money, or if you come in at the wrong time, you need patience and wait for the right time to appear. And it's just a waiting game. Now, I see this as the biggest transfer of wealth in human history. And I can not only participate in a passive way, I want to do everything that I can with all the tools that is given to us to maximize the opportunity. And that's where the Ultima business comes in, where you can create infinite amounts of income and you can support the vision, build the community, increase the chances of the goals being reached by the company. So everyone will be celebrating. But the journey there, it is going to be a co-creative process with the community, with the business builders, and with the company. And I'm going to break down today some strategies on how it is that you can set yourself up for the coming 6 months with a strong strategy, simplify the business, and do something that you can apply with no previous experience, not any in-depth knowledge. And I'm going to show you how to make your first 12,000 euro inside of the Ultima ecosystem with the Ultima business model. So we're going to go into that as we go along in this call. Now, before I go into any details, as usual, we are in the cryptocurrency market. This is a volatile market with a lot of risk. This is not any financial advice that's going to be shared here. Neither is there any legal advice. This is simply me as a member like you, sharing my analysis and how it is that I'm approaching this ecosystem and sharing, of course, the strategies that I'm finding works very well inside of the Ultima ecosystem. In the end, we all are grown ups. We make our own personal analysis and decisions, and there's no promises. It's just a journey where we can position ourselves and we can benefit by utilizing this ecosystem in whatever way we choose to. Now, for the past 9 years, the Ultima company has been on a mission of growing a community, increasing the market cap, reaching the top of the crypto market. And on this journey for the past 8 years, there's been a lot of times where people have made tens of millions of dollars. Billions have been paid out to the community. A lot of people have changed their lives in this journey. And of course, like any other cryptocurrency project, it has been down times, challenging times, where the company had to rethink, redo, and re-strategize. And that's a time where we had the waiting game. But everyone that has continuously been operating inside of the Ultima ecosystem, utilizing all the opportunities, including Ultima Business, have had an incredible journey inside of this company. And the company is now aiming at another 10 years, as the company has already achieved the first 9. They are going towards another 10 years in the market. And the company is now after 9 years in the market, built a foundation that is proven legally, that is proven technologically, and that's proven intentionally, meaning the intentions behind the founders. And the founder, Alex, he always says this journey is not going to be easy. This is probably one of the hardest things that we can do, to go out and try to win in a highly competitive cryptocurrency market where everyone is trying to grab money, everyone trying to get profits. And here we are trying to get at the top of this industry. It is not going to be easy, but all challenging journeys that actually reaches their goals, and you are pioneering in this industry, there's a huge potential profits at the end if we are positioned in the right way. So if we are willing to go through the ups, the downs, the challenges, the changes in the industry, the changes in the company, and continuously holding the belief and the vision that one day things will come together in a perfect way where it takes off. The same way when those who got involved in Amazon as a company in the beginning, when Amazon started, it was only the idea of selling books. Today, Amazon is selling everything. And if you told someone when Amazon started that we would be the biggest e-commerce platform in the world, no one would have believed what Jeff Bezos said. And everyone that participated in the early stages when Amazon were only selling books, they were operating on a vision. The times when the company was close to bankruptcy and faced huge challenges, there was individuals that held the belief and continued working on the vision. And while the stock price had been going up and down and volatile, those who held all the way until Amazon got the momentum, become a trillion-dollar company, those early visionaries were the big winners. And there's nothing different in an ecosystem like Ultima, in the cryptocurrency market. You have the chance to come into a company at the early stages on the journey towards reaching the goals and becoming a trillion-dollar company. There's going to be a lot of localized opportunities where the price will go up, and there's going to be a lot of localized challenges where the price will come down. And in this journey, you have two options. Option number one is to participate in all the local opportunities as the price goes up. And if you are joining at the wrong time in any asset, you just gotta wait longer. And this is the same in the Amazon stock or in Bitcoin. If you buy at the top of the market price in Bitcoin, you gotta wait 4 years for the market to recover. You have now longer waiting time to make your money. But you can also choose to operate in this volatility on the journey to the final goals and continuously position yourself when the asset is entering the golden zone, the entry point of course, before the next run. And these continuously are coming back, where we can choose to wait, where we can choose to be passive, or we can choose to take every opportunity that arises. You know, those who bought Amazon stock at the low price and held through all the ups and downs, they were the winners at the end when the company won. But those who bought at the local top and they sold when it went down, they can say they lost money with the Amazon stock, even though it grew by 1,000 or 10,000%. So it's all about, if you choose to be passive, you need to have the right timing to make fast money, or you need to have patience to make money. And if you join at the wrong time, which no one knows it's a wrong time until the market shows us, then you got to have a longer waiting time. And what are you waiting for? You're waiting for the company to have its breakthrough moment, where the company is able to reach a huge community, global momentum, top of the cryptocurrency market, listing on the biggest exchanges, attracting investors outside of our community, going into a global utility platform where these members is able to create crazy amounts of external liquidity inside our ecosystem. And with all of these liquidities flooding into the asset, everyone will be the winners. Doesn't matter if you got involved on a previous local high. If you bought Bitcoin at $69,000 in the previous cycle 4 years ago, and the price went down to $16,000, you might say Bitcoin is bad. Today, Bitcoin is $120,000, which means that even though you bought at a previous top and you waited 4 years, now you have doubled your money. So it's a longer waiting game. If you bought Bitcoin at $16,000, which was the golden zone, and held until today, you did 10x. Same asset, same time frames, there's different strategies or different approaches. Now, the same is happening here. Either if you buy Ultima coin at $20,000, that was a local top. Now we have come down, building a new golden zone. Now, if you exit at this time, you can take your loss and say it's bad. But if we all contribute and we work and we build a community and we freeze more coins, we can have another run. If another run comes, it can go higher in price. And then it can go way beyond $20,000, which means that even if you got involved at the previous local high and you had the patience to wait for the next run, then you were a part of the winners again. Now, I choose to not only participate passively, even though it is a huge opportunity to be able to freeze the coin and have a long-term approach to the company. You are able to accumulate rewards on a daily basis, which are liquid, which you can do what you want with. And with the automated trading technology, you can generate USDT profits on your personalized exchange. And you can choose your approach with these different platforms and technologies inside of the company. And as the volatility is there, we will of course see like opportunities arises and we see a new run happening. And we know when the price comes down, the fees is going to increase. This is something that many are discussing, the fees. This is also something we have to understand is a part of the technology. If the price comes down, the company need to activate all the tools they have to support the price, to build a bottom, to change the momentum, to build the next run where everyone will be winning. During this time, the tools the company has is partly increasing fees. And this is a strategy which the company is applying to initiate the next run. And that's where we again have a decision to make. Are we willing to pay the fees at this time and sell at a low price? Or do we take a longer position, wait for the price to increase? That means the fees comes down and you take your profits at a higher level. And of course, then people say that, yeah, but I need the money here and now. That is why Ultimabizness was created. If you need money for the fees, we have the Ultimabizness. And you got to understand, if we use the Ultima ecosystem only on the passive side, then we got to follow the rules of the market. In the stock market, you got to wait 7 to 10 years for every opportunity to make money, generally. In the stock market, so in the real estate markets, every 18 years. So any market, you need patience. In any market, you need to wait for the opportunity to rise. In any market, you cannot be happy all the time. So you have the same rules applying to Ultima. If you come in as a passive individual, you got to follow the rules of the market. There's going to be times there's low fees and high price. There's going to be times when there's low price and high fees. There's going to be times when things are changed and delayed and postponed. There's going to be times when you can make fast money. It's going to be times when you join at the wrong time and you got to wait longer. And this is the rules of every market. And sometimes inside the Ultima ecosystem, we are expecting that we don't follow the rules of the markets. And with this wrong expectation, you cannot win in the market. To win in the market, you need to learn to understand the cycles of the market. And whatever happens in the market, you cannot react to it, but more so re-strategize based on the new information that you have received. And this is how you can win in any market. Now, the beauty here in our market is that in Ultima, at a time when we need money or we need to wait or the price comes down, we have an incredible opportunity to earn more money, infinite amounts of money, by utilizing a big important aspect of the Ultima ecosystem, which is the Ultima business model and the marketing plan paying out 95% right now. And when you use all of this, then you can really take full advantage of the Ultima ecosystem. You can passively get involved, and you have to play by the rules of the market and apply your strategies. And you cannot expect, just because you bought, that you are guaranteed to make profits tomorrow. It's not how the market works. There is no guarantees. You're coming into a market, you're taking a risk, and you need to wait, and you need to apply the right strategies, and you're fighting against everyone else for this liquidity, and you need to learn, spend time, study, and approach this market in the best way. Any market is like that. But the beauty here, I'm coming back to it, is that even though the times when you need to wait, you need money for fees, or the price comes down, you can go and make infinite amounts of money with the Ultima ecosystem, because we have a marketing plan. There is no marketing plan in Bitcoin. There is no marketing plan in Ethereum. There is no marketing plan in Tron. So yes, they will have different dynamics, maybe lower fees. Here, we might have higher fees, but we're paying out 95% in a marketing plan. So you gotta choose your ecosystem. I choose this ecosystem, of course, even though I'm diversified in the crypto market. I choose to actively engage in the Ultima ecosystem, because here I have an opportunity to make unlimited amount of money with my efforts. And I cannot do this anywhere else in the crypto market. In all other crypto markets, the only thing I can do is to trade. That's partly efforts. But here I can put in efforts of building community. And while I'm supporting my passive participation, I am earning active income. And when this, we need to understand that this ecosystem that we have, you cannot compare it to another cryptocurrency. Say they have low fees and we have high fees, means that we are not as good. Yeah, but we have a marketing plan that gives you unlimited earning potential, which they don't have. It's always different platforms. Ultima's strategy is much more aggressive. We're gonna see high ups and drops, and we're gonna see halvings every year. We're gonna see aggressive approach. We're gonna see high fees when there's time to have high fees, and we're gonna see a great opportunity to make unlimited amount of money. That is why we can make a lot of money in the Ultima ecosystem if we understand how it operates, how this ecosystem works. A lot of people, they come with their own expectations, and therefore the market does not respond to their expectations, and then they get emotional, and then they are not applying any new strategies. I am looking at any system as a system. Bitcoin is a system. How do I win in Bitcoin? I buy low when everyone hates Bitcoin. And when I see that we reach 4 years since the last halving, and we are at the peak of a cycle, I take my profits. This is how you win in Bitcoin. It's the game you play. A lot of people don't know the game of Bitcoin, so they buy at the high price because they believe it's going to go higher. So the people who bought at the bottom, they sold at the top, and those new coming in, they bought at the high price, and the price comes down. And this is the rules of the market. We got a system, and you got to learn the system to be able to win in the system. Trading is the same. It's a system. You cannot get emotional because a trade goes against you. You cannot fight because someone else made a better trade than you. You have to remove your emotions and look objectively on the system that you have. Ultima is a system. There is billions of dollars that has been moving inside of this system for the past 9 years. And there's people that understand the system, that is able to win in the system. But everyone here can win in the system because it's transparent. Here we are not fighting against BlackRock that is using the media to make you buy Bitcoin when the price is high. And you can say that's unfair. Sure, But again, you cannot be emotional because that's the market. In Ultima, you need to learn how the system works. You need to learn how the halvings works. You need to learn how the blockchain works. You need to learn when the price increases and why. You need to learn when it's time to take profits. You need to learn how to use the product, and you need to learn how to use the marketing plan to be able to build your infinite amount of income. And when you approach any market, you can become a winner. And that is how the people that win in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Ultima is approaching it. And I can tell you that right now we have a golden opportunity to, again, build the community and help people get positioned for historically something we expect to be another run in the Ultima coin. So we can choose to be emotional, or we can choose to act on what's happening in the market. We can choose to complain, or we can say, this is just new information. I need to adjust my strategy, and I need to look at the system, and I need to make better decisions to win in the system. I hope you all understand me. And in Ultima, a big part of what we do is the marketing plan. That is what drives the community. That is what builds the liquidity. That is what brings the company towards the big goals. And as the networking brings a bigger community and higher liquidity and a higher price, then we can reach the goals in Ultima, which means that even everyone that came in at any time can be a winner because there is so much liquidity in the marketplace. So when you understand what the strategist is behind, then you are not getting emotional. You're just acting on what is happening, and you are adjusting your strategies to win. So if there's a low price and there's high fees, we can choose to get emotional, or we can see, okay, what can I do with the current circumstances? There's a low price, there's high fees, and the marketing plan is still paying out infinite amounts of Ultima. Or we only have 100,000, but you can earn infinite amount of money in dollars. So with this knowledge, what can I affect right now? Can I myself change the price of the coin? I cannot. It needs time to move from the weak hands to the strong hands and build a new foundation to grow in value. So I cannot affect that. Can I change the fees? No, I cannot change the fees. That is a technology inside the blockchain that is gonna keep protecting the coin for the long-term vision. So I cannot change that. So what is in my control in this circumstance? I still have a marketing plan that's been paying out for 9 years, and I can earn infinite amount of commissions, and I can accumulate Ultima at the lowest price. So what do I choose to do? Become inactive and emotional, or just look at the information of the system and the market and the current circumstances and act on it? So this is how I act, and this is how those who succeed in this industry is acting, because this is the only way to win. So I want to show you now how we can simplify what we do, because if you understand what I just shared, and I'm sorry for speaking fast, I know we got the translators. I'll slow down a little bit to give you time to, but I hope you get the main idea. While the company is doing their parts, such as the migration, it's happening right now. The company is migrating. The company is adjusting the fees to be able to protect the coin. The company is listing on new exchanges. The company is building the legal framework to fit new regulations globally. The company is building better technology. The company is building the platforms. The company is doing all of that. And that is outside of our control. So while the company is doing that, then our job then becomes, if we choose to actively be a part of this and contribute towards the growth, which will benefit all of us, is to focus on what is in my control. And that is the marketing side of the business. That has been a constant since the beginning of this company started. This company is paid out every single commission for 9 years. So if you look for consistency, then this is consistent for 9 years. And therefore, if you approach it this way and understand the power of having a blockchain-based business with infinite amounts of earning potential, backed by a company with 9 years experience that will not give up and fight for their dreams and goals and visions, and give you the platform to earn unlimited amounts of money by simply sharing what it is that you see here and inviting others to participate. In the biggest transfer of wealth in human history, we've been given this platform and we can choose what we do, because in the end, we all are taking our own decisions and we're all responsible for all decisions. But if you are someone that wants to take 100% advantage of the time we're in this company, because if we look at the crypto networking space, there is no other company that's been in the market for 9 years. So if we compare Ultima to all other crypto networking companies, Ultima is far the number one. It is the most successful company ever in history of this industry. So it's all about the perspective. So if you look at that angle, and for those who are here to participate passively, then this next part is not for you. I now want to focus on the active side of the business and how to simplify it and how to activate an internal momentum in your team that is not relying on price, on product, on changes, on emotions. It is based on simplicity. And I will show you what it is simplicity. And I will show you what it is that makes a lot of people in this industry a lot of money, and we can all tap into this. And the key is to keep it super simple. And a lot of people are really complicating things. Let me show what I mean. So let's look at the new people who are making money in the crypto market. I'll show you what I mean. So in the network marketing, not crypto market, the people who are new, when they get started, they are excited and they go mad, they go crazy. And if they get crazy because they don't know enough about the platform, they just simplify everything and they are able to make money initially. They go to the closed network, they make fast money. But then what happens? Most people, they are not doing what the new people are doing. They are now changing strategies. Most people are learning too much, that they are making it too complicated. And then if you stay long enough in the industry, you get highly experienced, then you learn to simplify again. So what do I mean? The new people make fast money because they keep it simple. Now, then the most people start complicating things. They learn about the blockchain, they learn about this the white paper, they learn about the crypto market, they talk too much, they explain too much, they present too much, they are complicating things. And if you're too long in this industry, after a while you see, but I had better success when I just started because I was just excited. And then you learn that you gotta keep it simple again. You get back to how you started. You learn that the reason I had momentum initially when I started the business was because I kept it so simple. I was excited, I invited people, I did not have all the answers, I used third-party tools when I needed to, and I was just talking to everyone about it because I was excited. And for some reason, after a while, we started complicating. Maybe we need to better our presentation. Maybe my slides need to look better, more beautiful. Maybe I need to create a better process. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I need a better profile picture on Facebook. You come up with a million reasons that you think actually has an effect on a business. But the truth is, in this industry, the simplicity of being excited and talking to a lot of people is what drives results. And let me show you what I mean. So most people, when they are going out in the market and they want to build the business and they are talking to a new prospect, so how do they start? Okay, let me talk about the blockchain technology. The blockchain technology has been around since 2009. It's a big technology that has been proven by these companies. It's the financial fundamental technology of the next financial system. It is this, is that. It takes you, it takes you 1 hour. And then you need to explain what is crypto. After you explain the blockchain technology, now you need to explain what crypto is, because now you have learned about crypto. So you talk about the crypto coins, the cycles of the market, how to make money in cryptocurrency, how the coins move, what is meme coins, what is utility coins, what is this, what is staking, what is mining, what is that. And you spend another, 3 hours. And then you are finally prepared this individual by giving the history of finance since things since the time we were exchanging eggshells in finance, and we explained the whole journey until today, which took us hours, to then go into what crypto is and how this whole industry. And now we go into the presentation, and we do the perfect presentation with the most beautiful slides. We go 1 hour in, we talk about exactly what is the history of the company, what is Alex doing on Fridays, how is it that the company is doing this, when did the company start in detail, in what city, at what year, at what date, at what time. You're going into the details of the Ultima blockchain. You even go into the white paper, explain the white paper. I'm making this extreme so you can understand the difference. You're then going into the details of the white paper. You're going deep into the technology. You talk about the smart contracts. You talk about everything, and you explain everything. And what you're doing is that you think this is the process to get someone to participate. And when you give too much information, you're going to get thousands of questions. So now you have spent, days educating this individual. You receive thousands of questions, and you try to answer these questions by convincing them yourself. So you're countering these questions. You get into argument with people. You're trying to convince them. You're trying to win the battle. You're trying to make them join. When they say it's bad, you say it's good, and you're convincing them. And then they got to think about it. And then you follow up, and you follow up, and you follow up until one day you are able to convince this individual to join the business, and you get your sale. The problem is, if the price of the coin goes down by 1%, because you convinced that person to join, they will call you and say, I don't like this. You tricked me. You fooled me. It's your fault I joined. You told me this. You told me that. It's not my responsibility what I do personally. It's your responsibility because you told me all these beautiful things. Guys, this takes like a month for one customer. And this is a path to do. This is a path to do this business. And this is one of the deepest secrets of this industry I'm sharing with you right now. Because most people think that this is the way to do the business. So how is it that you can create momentum in this kind of system? Imagine you tell a new person to say, look, in Ultima business, you can earn infinite amounts of money, but you got to learn what blockchain technology is, and you need to learn the history of money. You need to learn what the crypto market is and every single coin in the market. You need to make the perfect presentation and need to create your own slides so it fits your personal way of presenting. You need to learn the whole white paper in Ultima Coin, and you need to have all the answers to thousands of questions, and you need to learn how to convince people that is negative, and then you can make a commission. How sexy does that sound to anyone in the world? And this is the way most people are running this business. And you're wondering why they never get duplication. It is too complicated. People want speed, easy. It should not be complicated. And therefore, this is the problem when people lead with the product. Okay? I'm not saying this is wrong to lead with the product because we have great products. I'm just saying that one of the secrets to duplication comes from not leading with the product. I'll show you what I mean. What I learned before I go into the next timeline and show what actually the money makers in this industry are doing, let me show you something that I learned very long time ago, and it took me like 8 years to understand this. It took me 8 years to understand this. One individual told me, it is not what works that matter in network marketing. It is what duplicates that matters. And it took me so long to understand. So when I got started, first I was very excited. I spoke to everyone, I get results. Then I start complicating things. I start talking too much. I was presenting too much. I was answering too much questions myself. I spent hours with prospects. And what happened? I had no duplication. Because for someone to do what I'm doing, they had to spend like 8 years learning about finance, because that's how I spoke. All my presentations was perfect and no one could duplicate them. So this individual said to me, if you have a way to do this business where you close people 100% of the times, you might think that is a good strategy. So imagine you had a PowerPoint and you present it in a certain way, you dress in a certain way, and every time you speak to someone with this presentation, they join and become a customer. But no one else can do what you do because they can't dress like you, they don't have the slides you have, and they're not able to do what you do. You will never become a network marketing success. You might have a lot of frontliners, but you will never make the big money in network marketing. So even if you have a system, it's not perfect, it is not beautiful, but it's simple. And if it's simple, everyone can do it. Even if only 3 people that hear that presentation buy the product, but if everyone can do that presentation, then you can have 100 people speaking to people. And even if the success rate is lower, the amount of people is so much higher that in the end, you're going to make more money. And this was the biggest lessons for me, because I'm a perfectionist. I want things to be perfect. And I had to learn there's a reason why certain individuals in this industry make crazy amounts of money, meanwhile others are not making money. And I saw the smartest business people, the engineers joining this business, network marketing, and they had zero success. They were smartest, they had the most beautiful English. They speak perfectly. They know words that I've never heard in my life. You know, these individuals, they looked so good that, you know, it was incredible. You know, it's like someone tailored every single piece of their clothing. They were incredible. You would look at them and say, this is the perfect networker. They look great, they talk great, they are incredible, they're smart, they know everything about this industry. And I saw they never ever hit a rank. And then on the other side, I see someone that, you know, come with a t-shirt and jeans, that barely knows any form of English. You know, they don't know what a blockchain technology is. They don't even know the name of the company, or they don't even know how to pronounce it properly. But they go on stage and collect a black diamond a trophy, becoming a multi-millionaire in this industry. And I had to relearn everything that I ever believed. I learned that that person that got the Black Diamond Trophy, but did not look like a great leader, speak like a great leader, or act like a great leader, what I believed is a great leader. But what that person did was so simple that everyone could do it, because they kept it simple. And the other person was too smart to keep it simple. They try to apply all their old, you know, experiences of other industries into network marketing. And these are the two different stories of I've seen in my life. And and you got to ask yourself, are you keeping it simple? Let me show you what simple is. Okay. So most people go through this 1 month process to try to convince someone. Is this easy to do? No. Does it require a lot of knowledge? Yes. Can people do this? A lot of people know. It's very few people can do this. Is it good network marketing? It's not good for duplication. Okay, let's show it differently. Instead of leading with the product, let's say we lead with the business. Let me just give you an example. So you speak to someone and say, look, I can show you how to make 12,000 euro in a month. All you got to do is to find 3 people that want to make money like you want to do it. You know, you can talk to someone and say, look, I know that you're looking for extra ways to make money. I can show you how to make 12,000 euro in the first month. And all you got to do is to find 3 individuals that also want to make money. Do you think there's a lot of people out there that want to make money? Yes. Okay, great. So they're going to have questions. Okay, how do you answer the questions? You don't need to answer 1,000 questions. You take the recorded presentation, send to them, let them watch it. They have questions about the company. You have a support, let them talk to the support. They have questions about the business. If you can really hit big success, bring your upline. You know, easy, right? You don't need to know anything. Oh, good question. You know, here's the video for that. We have videos for everything in Ultima. Oh, if they ask about the white paper, I said, okay, yeah, here's the link, read it. I don't have time to read it because I'm too busy building a business. But when you're done and you want to build a business, you're willing to, you're free to come back because I'm focused on building the business. You see how easy it is. And what happens now, you just tell this individual to invite others, find those 3 people. And what happens? You got duplication. And what happened? You do this in 10 minutes and you led with the business opportunity. So I'm trying to show you that in a network marketing company, you are able to build momentum all the time if you simplify it. And in times when the price is not pumping, and when the price is pumping, it's easy to lead with the product because just show, look, the price is going up. You're getting FOMO, people jump in. Then it's easy. But when you rely on the price to build your business, then you will never have momentum. So if you lead with the opportunity of building the business and keeping it simple as everyone can do it, and instead of talking to a new person, say, hey, let me talk to you about a trading bot. You say, hey, let me talk to you about a business opportunity to make 12,000 euro in your first month. This is how you can build a business. And where do I get the 12,000 euro? Okay, let me show you. So here's the presentation. This is you. And to be able to do this business, you need a license. So if you invite people, do you want to make 400 euro per person you invite? Or do you want to make 4,000 euro per person you invite? Yeah, I want to make 4,000 euro. Okay, then you should start with 11,000 euro Ultima license because that gives you the chance to make more money as more people will choose the same license as you. Are you able to get in on this level so we can maximize your business? If they can't go in there, you start where they can. And they say, but what do I get with this Ultima license? Yeah, you get the opportunity to make unlimited amounts of money with the marketing plan. And I'll show you how to make all this money back within the coming weeks. You just gotta follow my instructions. But as a bonus, you get 3.5 Ultima coins frozen in your personal wallet. As a bonus, you're getting daily rewards every single day, and you're earning into your wallet every single day. As a bonus, you get an automated trading technology. As you make money in the marketing plan, you can put this money in and have risk-free trading because the money came from the efforts of your marketing. So the individual says, so you're telling me that I can get a business which is backed by a multi-billion-dollar 9-year operation with thousands of employees for 11,000 euro one-time payment, but I'm actually not paying. I'm freezing the coins. I'm earning daily, and I get access to a trading technology. And you're telling me I can make all this money back in the coming 3 weeks? Yeah, if you work hard enough, because all you gotta do is to find 3 people that is like you. You think there's 3 people in this world that want to do this? Yes, okay, let's find those 3 people. And those 3 people will ask you, what license do you have? Oh, I have 11,000 euro. The chances are that they will start with the same. Boom, 3 people, 11,000 euro. How much do you earn in direct commissions? 40% per license. How much do you make? 4,000 euro per license. Put that together, you make 12,000 euro in commissions. You could have done this in the next day. You can have done this in the next week. It might take 3 months. Some people takes longer time to get results. It requires hard work. I'm not saying that the first 3 people you will talk to is going to be a sale. I'm saying that you have the chance to make all the money back right away by just finding 3 people like yourself. And as you are earning these commissions, now your profit is already 1,000 euro. You came in with 11,000 euro. within a few weeks, you made back 12,000, which means your profit 1,000 euro. Which means that if you add the 3.5 Ultima and the price goes back to $20,000, you have 70,000 euro on top from the license. Plus, you have the daily rewards. Plus, you have the automated trading. And this is also adding towards your potential earnings from this business. So the person looks at you and says, you're telling me that I can buy an Ultima franchise for 11,000 euro. This money I don't pay, I freeze, and have the chance to make 70,000 euros, 700%, only if the price goes back a third time to $20,000. And you're telling me that every day I will get more Ultima coins. And you're telling me I get a free access to a trading technology that is generating crazy results right now, between 15 to 20, up to 30% a month. And you're telling me that all I gotta do is to find 3 people that want to get an Ultima franchise, and I make back 12,000 euro, which means I still have the Ultima coins, I still have the daily rewards, I still have the trading, but I'm 1,000 euro profit already. Where did I speak about the history of the company? Where did I mention white paper? Where did I mention, what kind of shoe size Alex has? I don't need to talk about all these things. I did not talk about what is blockchain technology. I did not talk about what is cryptocurrency. I'm showing them an easy way to make, not easy, I'm showing a possible way to make 12,000 euro with an easy system. Get your license, get your account, get your referral code, find 3 others, duplicate. And then when they see this, it's like, oh, this is crazy. And they say, no, this is not the end. You can do this unlimited amount of times with unlimited amount of people. And you can earn unlimited amount of money by building your business. So this is how you can build momentum at all times. And master networkers, they lead with the business opportunity. Because someone who leads with the business opportunity, what do you think happens when you invite someone and you spend a month convincing them to join? And then what happens when the price goes down? Negative, angry, disappointed, no momentum. They don't want to invite anyone. What happens to a person that joins 11,000 euro and within a few weeks have made all the money back as the profits? The price goes down. Do you think they care? Because they don't care, because it doesn't matter what the price is. You can still make this 12,000 euro. It doesn't matter what the price is. You can still follow this system and make money. So when you lead differently, you get different results and you get different kinds of people. So if you get someone who says, look, I'm not interested in the business side of things, then every single step here, you should outsource. They ask, what is a blockchain? Here's a YouTube video. What is crypto? Here's another YouTube video. What is Ultima? Here's a presentation recorded by Emil. What is the white paper? Here's the white paper link. I have questions. Okay, there's the support, Ultima support. You're too busy. You are finding individuals that want to follow a simple system to make 12,000 euro. And you are focused on this, and you will get customers, you will get people who want to participate passively, you will get people who start and want to do this and stop. You're going to get all kinds of people. But if you want to become a master networker, you need to learn how to lead with the business model, because then there is no emotions attached. If you do the work, you will earn the money. And as a bonus, you have all the Ultima coins, you have the daily rewards, and you have the trading bots. If the trading bot pays out 100% a month, this process is easier. If the trading bot pays out 5% a month, this process is still the same, because you can still make 4,000 euro for each license. That is a constant. It doesn't change. No matter what happened to the product, no matter what happened to the coin, no matter what happens in the industry, you can do this every day. And if everyone does this, do you think that you will have negative people in your community? You never convinced anyone. You're simply showing them a plan to make a lot of money in the fastest growing industry in the world, with the only company survived in this industry for the past 9 years. So this business is very simple, but the reason so few people make money is because most people are making it complicated. They're spending way too much time on the wrong things. And I'm not telling you to be cold and like not caring about people. I'm very caring, but if you really care about the community, then you gotta focus on building more community to reach your goals. That is real care. So if you have really the deep care of everyone in your team, then you should not have time to go through the white paper with one person for 3 hours. You should be busy building the community to push the company forward to reach the goals. That's how you really care for people. And you need to use the videos the company is creating. If there is a new change and people need to do migration, there's a video for it. Use that video. Because on one side we should help, but on the other side, you're too busy helping them really by building the community so we can reach our goals. So I'm using videos. If someone comes and tell me, Emil, how does the product work? I send them a video. Emil, what is the price of Ultima coin? I don't tell them what the price is. I'm saying here on CoinMarketCap, you can always find the price. Because I don't have time to help with small things which we have tools for. And if we don't have the tools, tell the support and they will create the tools. We have an incredible media team here. If you need, okay, people don't know how to do this, I'll tell you, a few days later, we will have that video done. So use the tools to take care of the basics, because you are too busy showing people how they can make 12,000 euro in a business that is in the fastest growing industry in the world, in a company that is the only surviving company in this industry for the past 9 years, with a vision for the coming 10 years. Pen and paper is all you need. Pen and paper, draw it out. Here's the plan. You get this license, you find 3 people get this license, you get this amount of commissions, and as a bonus, you get amount of coins, you get this in the rewards, you get this trading bot, and you can duplicate this over and over again. Presentation was done in a minute. Now you have duplication because this individual that you just invited, they think I can do this. I can, ask people if they want to make 12,000 euro. And if they want, I draw it out and show them, find 3 people. I can, if they ask questions, I can say, I don't know, I'm new in this, but here's a video. I'm too busy building the business because I'm earning a lot of money from building the community and helping the coin grow. I can do that. That's very simple to do. Do you understand how fast you can build a business now? Because it's easy and everyone can do it. So do you like the complicated 1 month the process to get 1 customer? Or do you like the 10-minute approach where you get duplication and you make huge amounts of money? So I hope we have learned something today, because in this company, there will always be changes because we are in an ever-changing industry of cryptocurrency. And with a changing company in a changing industry, you cannot expect stability. So will you rely on stability to build your business, and you put that stability on a coin which will be volatile, you will never, ever succeed in this industry. What is a constant in this company? Every time you sign someone up, you get 40%. That is a guarantee, and it's been paid out for the past 9 years. And that 40%, when you click withdraw, it's going to be in your wallet. That is a constant. That is not going to change. Minor here and there percentages. I'm saying every time you invite someone, you're going to get the commission. So do you want to work with volatility? Then you got to have patience, strategies, a lot of knowledge. If you want to make a lot of money in a simple way, learn network marketing and keep it simple. Use the constant in the company, which is the marketing plan. And you will be so much more relaxed when the price goes down. You will be much more prepared. You will be so fully okay when things are changing because you understand it's a part of the bigger picture. And if everyone in your team is acting like this, you can build a movement which cannot be stopped. So I hope my point is going through, because if we understand what I just shared, every one of us can build a huge momentum in this business at any time. But right now, we are too much focused on the past, which is not allowing us to even hit our goals in the future, which would solve the past. And instead of building a new community and expanding the community, we are focusing on too much time on the old. Meanwhile, we can use the tools to help them and give our full love and care to them, but say, look, I really care about you, so I'm going to make sure we reach our goals with this company. I'm running for your coins, for my coins. I'm pushing forward. I'm building the community. I'm building liquidity for you and for me. So while I'm doing that, can you watch a few videos and learn how this works? And if you get stuck, let me know. This is how we build a momentum, guys. So with that being said, we are now 1 hour in. I'm passionate because I can see what we need to do for everyone to make money. I can see what we need to do for the old community to make money, for the new community to make money, for the coin price to go up. We need to zoom out, take back our energy that we are now investing and getting frustrated and getting so much changes, or the price go down, or this person is complaining. Our energy is just flooding out of us. And of course, you're tired in the business. Of course, you don't have energy to go out and promote. Pull the energy back, focus on the constant, which is the business. Lead with the marketing side, lead with the business opportunity, speak to that part with people. Do not say, hey, I have a bot for you. Hey, I have an opportunity for you to make 12,000 euro. Let me show you how. Lead with the business at these times and collect our energy back. Third-party tools to everyone ask a question, teach people how to find their own answers. If they are saying now, no, you need to help me, you have no liability, because you have everyone goes in by themselves. Everyone needs to learn how to be responsible for themselves. And if you really want to help them, then help them understand how to manage their own assets. Because if you really want them to be able to win in this industry, then they need to learn how it works. So if you are taking care of them too much, you're taking away that opportunity from them. And if they are not willing to learn, you got to ask yourself, who are you bringing to the business? Because I'm looking for people who want to learn, who want to make money, who is responsible, who is independent, who is willing to go and work and find 3 people to get all the money back, and they have no risks anymore because they are already in profit. That's the kind of people I'm looking for. And that's the kind of people I'm involving in the business. And then I will never have an issue ever again in this industry. So with that, guys, let's retrain our minds, pull our energy back, direct it, and let's move. And I can tell you the coming 6 months is going to be crazy. And you're not going to be as emotional, and you're going to make much more money. So you want to make money or not, it's up to you. You can choose the long path, or you can choose the short path. I like the short path because that is always going to be the fastest way to make money. And I guess that's why everyone is here in crypto. Everyone is network marketing, is in the end to make money. And we have to help people to make money. And you can help much more people when you make it simple. When you complicate it, you're just keeping people away from getting help. So everyone will win when you keep it simple. And when you keep it simple, we get more community, we get more liquidity, we can open up for the whole community, everyone will be happy. So do you really care about the whole community? Let's build, guys. Let's explode. Let's build momentum. Let's reach the goals, and let's make it happen. With that, any other question in details, guys? The Telegram groups, there's a lot of videos. There's a lot of information about the migration. There's a lot of information about anything you need in the YouTube channel and in the Telegram group. I'm too busy building the community right now. So if you have any detailed question, go to support or go to the Telegram groups, because I'm going to get on calls all night tonight to build the community, because that's going to help you and me and everyone involved. With that being said, all the love to all of you. Wish you a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you guys next call. Thank you.